Outdoor Scholars TV presents the Outdoor Scholars Program, educating the next generation on work ethic and conservation to protect our outdoor heritage. Outdoor Scholars TV is brought to you by Alabama Black Belt Adventures, Alabama Power, Fuji, The Management Advantage, Toit, Turtle Box.
Montevallo is the most unique, culturally rich university I've ever been associated with, in that anybody has a place at Montevallo. And the Outdoor Scholars Program, the hunters and fishermen that come to Montevallo only add to that rich diversity and culture.
My name is William Crawford. I am the director of the President's Outdoor Scholars Program at the University of Montevallo. The outdoor industry seems like a very big industry, which it is from a financial standpoint, but from a people standpoint, it's very small scale. It's all about your connections and who you know and how to get tied in to that industry. That is the uniqueness of our program, being one of a kind. We have those connections to where we can introduce you to these people and give you a head start, so to speak, on getting tied into an area that could possibly fulfill a dream.
So far throughout the program, I have made several connections. I've made a stronger bond with the president, and then I've made several friends throughout the program, as well as getting to meet some people that we normally would not get to meet.
In a day and time where the cost of higher education continues to rise, any little bit of financial assistance that we can provide to our students and their families play a huge part. The trips that we go on with our students is first and foremost to keep them connected to the outdoors. Most of our students have grown up deer hunting and bass fishing their whole life. We want to introduce them to more than just that.
The one thing I'd say about the hunting and fishing trips that we do, every student has opportunities to do them during a semester. They're exciting. Some of them are fairly exotic. A couple of the students had never been on an airplane, and here they are landing and jumping on a boat and fishing for blue marlins out in the ocean, and it's just been really exciting to watch.
When I got the news that I was going on the Bahamas fishing trip, I was ecstatic. I didn't know what to think. It was a trip of a lifetime.
The Bahamas trip was a wonderful experience, and I'm so thankful that I was able to go, because without this program, I probably would not have been able to go.
We want to do anything that we can do to continue educating young people about the outdoors. It's no different than a college student getting a scholarship to play athletics or to be in the band. They have a talent. Having a passion for the outdoors, enjoying hunting and fishing is a talent. And we want to make sure that students are rewarded for those talents.
We feel honored to be able to offer the opportunities we do through the generous donors that we have. And I always tell students, look, you probably won't play football the rest of your life. You might not even play golf the rest of your life, but you sure can hunt and fish the rest of your life.
The best way to get in contact with us to find out more information about the President's Outdoor Scholars Program is visit us on our website, outdoorscholars.montevallo.edu. Also on social media. We have Instagram and Facebook accounts. The perfect applicant for our program is someone who's dedicated, determined, a hard worker, someone that's not scared to try new things, and somebody that has a love and desire for the outdoors, and somebody that just wants to see the outdoors in a better place than when they first came to know the outdoors.
I don't know of any other program like ours, with the trips that are paid for, the scholarships that are available to students who've demonstrated some passion or love or prowess in the outdoors. So I think it's a very special program at a very special university.
There's something about the outdoors, the challenge of the pursuit, the preparation for something greater, a dedication to a craft, and the responsibility for generations to come. An opportunity found nowhere else in the country. The President's Outdoor Scholars Program, only at the University of Montevallo.
Hey guys, I'm William Crawford, Director of the President's Outdoor Scholars Program at the University of Montevallo. What you're watching today is our very first episode of Outdoor Scholars TV. It's kind of behind the scenes look at what our students do day in and day out. Some of our students really have a big interest in filming and documenting what we do. This gives them an opportunity to do so.
So being a boy from Georgia, I never thought that I would be coming to Alabama and going to college to get a degree and get to hunt and fish and do what I love at the same time. Since I've been involved in the Outdoor Scholars Program, we've done a bunch of hunting. We've done duck hunting, deer hunting, turkey hunting, and there's some fishing trips we've went on. But this year we've got some more trips lined up. Well, in the future, I can guarantee you this. If there's a hunting trip or a fishing trip, there'll be one of us behind the camera capturing all the action and letting you see it.
My role in Outdoor Scholars TV is to, number one, hit record. I've already not hit record, so I try not to do that anymore. But my main priority in the Outdoor Scholars TV is to film hunts and just have fun doing it.
The whole idea behind Outdoor Scholars TV came with several students and myself sitting down and discussing how can we best showcase our program. There is several students, guys and girls, that had an interest in getting behind the camera to give people a first-hand look at what it is that we do. Also from a business standpoint, we wanted to be able to educate our students on what goes on behind closed doors and working business deals and working with our sponsors and giving them a well-rounded idea of how this industry actually works. So what better way to do it than having students run the camera, students in front of the cameras, and also students sitting in the boardroom.
Our first trip takes us down to the Bahamas to fish with the university president, Dr. Stewart.
As we set out for day one, the waters were a little rough. We were able to get out and start our fishing. It was a great experience for our students to see and learn from Dr. Stewart how to set the lines, how to put everything out, what to do, what to look for. And it's awesome to see them learning in that process, from the first time we do it to the second time to rebaiting the hooks.
We had the lines going, we're running top water, and that first line hits, and we all just spring into action.
You know, I'm sitting there watching, and all of a sudden Dr. Stewart starts hollering, you know, get the lines in, get the lines in. You know, I jump up on, I'm reeling in the lines, and you know, we're thinking blue marlin, you know, and finally this thing jumps out of the water, and it, you know, yellow, blue, green, and I'm like, I don't know what we got a fish.
Not knowing what we have yet, the anticipation is still rolling high.
And finally, you know, we get it to the boat, and Dr. Stewart's able to gig it with this, you know, hook contraption. I don't know. You know, he just grabs it, throws it in the boat, and I'm like, we got a fish. And, you know, that's a mahi-mahi. I was like, yeah, I've seen that on, you know, the menus. What is it? He's like, it's a dolphin. I was like, that ain't a dolphin. I've seen dolphin. This ain't a dolphin. He's like, trust me. I was like, okay. Well, can you eat it? He's like, yeah, you can eat it. I was like, okay, here we go. We got us food for supper.
We continued to fish the rest of the day. To no avail. We had no more strikes, no more luck. But again, it's just day one. We've got a whole week ahead of us. So we're looking forward to the next day of fishing. We go out on day two. Rough waters start coming in. There's a big front about to push in. You know, being here in the South, we're used to being around fronts in the summertime. Sometimes that get fish to really wanting to bite. But day two was just a bust. A lot of choppy water, no fish, nobody around us was catching any fish. Little did we know that front would come and go, but another one was right on its tail. So we're here fighting weather, rough waters. So what do? We're in the Bahamas, good food, good people, a lot of adventures to take place.
You know, we thought it was about to have blue marlins and mahi-mahi, you know, jumping in the boat everywhere. You know, unfortunately that wasn't the case, but you know, we wasn't down. It was our first day. We had a couple more days. You know, but with the Outdoor Scholars Program, you know, we wasn't there just to hunt and fish. You know, we're there to partake in the culture and meet new people, learn about their culture, and, partaking, different things. Was able to go snorkeling and, and do other stuff in the Bahamas while we was there.
We reached the final day. It's time to board that plane and head back to the great state of Alabama. But looking back, the Bahamas was a great opportunity for our students and our program, for them to get to experience offshore fishing, a different type of culture. The fishing wasn't what we were anticipating, but man, did we have a great time. We wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for our sponsors that are involved in our program. Students were able to have an experience of a lifetime.
Consider this your call to Alabama's Black Belt, home to some of the best hunting and fishing anywhere in the country. Whether you want to hunt deer, turkey, quail, or are looking to hook that trophy bass, the Alabama Black Belt's world-class outdoor recreation is second to none. If you want to take a break from the woods or the water, choose one of the premier golf courses on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. If you're searching for your next outdoor adventure, look no further than Alabama's Black Belt.
Our next adventure takes us to Bullock County, Alabama for the opening weekend of gun season.
Deer season is now upon us. We had a pretty slow bow season, not a lot of action going on. There was a lot of acorns in the woods that had the deer spread out. But guess what? It's rifle season. Everybody's favorite time of the year, to bring out the old smoke poles and reach out there and touch one. Our good friends at Pitts Media came through with this trip down at Shopton, Alabama, just outside of Montgomery. This is a great opportunity for our students, not only to hunt and have a good time in camp with Phil and RJ, but also for them to see and learn from somebody that films and edits and produces day in and day out. What better way than to learn from people that do it all the time? Hands-on experiences is what we're trying to do and trying to provide for our students. So we're looking forward to the trip. Who knows what's going to happen with all these people in camp? We've got 4 students from the program going down, so we'll see what the week brings.
We left the university campus about 3 o'clock today, got here around 5, immediately got out, went and did our homework. We went and checked cameras, just trying to figure out where the deer are. We looked at the wind for in the morning, just trying to find the stand to get in that's going to give us the best possible chance to shoot whatever walks out, pig, deer, coyote, whatever. We're going to get ready for in the morning. See y'all then.
We're down here in Bullock County and we're getting ready to go hunting this morning. Hopefully get anything that walks out.
So here we are, opening morning of gun season. We've got Garrett and Porter with Phil. We got Brooke and Carson with RJ. They're going to go out and see what happens. Once the guys go out with Phil, they notice there was a lot of hog sign, a lot of rooting going on. Automatically, the guys shifted gears. They could care less about the big buck. They wanted to kill a big old hog. So now their anticipations of killing this monster pig is in their minds.
Unfortunately, that morning hunt, we didn't have any success. We didn't see any deer or any hogs. The wind was blowing like we wanted it to. That was a plus. But we get out of the stand, we go back to the camp because I was starving again. Get back, cook some breakfast, eat a sandwich at lunchtime, and we get back in the stand about 1:30 for the afternoon hunt. And then a couple hours go by and our buddy Porter, he was filming for me and he was like, "Hey, I hear something."
I heard something in the camera and we got to looking. I was like, "Hey Garrett, there's something coming, so be quiet, just get ready." And I looked up and it was a pig, so I was like, "Hey Garrett, pig, 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 pig." He goes, "What?" I said, "There's a pig, be ready." He said, "Okay." And I was like, "All right, well, when he gets to the mud hole, I'm on him."
Well, when the hog come out, it was like, oh man, that thing's huge. It's the first hog I've ever seen. So I didn't know what they looked like in person. And I'm sitting there, my heart's about to beat me out the tree. I can't control it. And when I get on the pig, my crosshairs are going everywhere. I can't steady myself, but I breathe a little bit, get back on him, squeeze off around, and when I shot, I was like, oh, I hope I didn't miss. I hope I didn't miss, but get down there, couldn't find any blood, and I'm like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. And Porter, he was like, there it is. And then that's when my heart started racing again.
We got her, baby. Yeah. First pig ever. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. First kill on camera. First pig. That's how we do it out here for the Outdoor Scholars Program from the University of Montevallo. I want to say a special thank you to Philip Pitts from Pitts Media for letting us come out here and hunt. I've wanted to shoot a hog my whole life and never thought I'd have the opportunity to until today, and man, I can't be more thankful for it.
Welcome to Walter Craig's, the Sportsman's headquarters, home to all of your hunting, ammo, and gun needs. Here at Walter Craig, we have proudly served Central Alabama for over 60 years. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5. We offer products such as Federal Ammunition, Wise Eye Solar Game Cameras, Clarion Thermal Scopes, Fierce Firearms, a selection of Millennium and Titan deer stands, along with Liberty gun safes. Stop by and check us out at 1201 Northeastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama.
What a better way to cap off a weekend in camp than a big pig kill. Meanwhile, over in the Akron Flat, the girls are out with RJ again, nothing but small phones, running around, enjoying a beautiful afternoon. That's what you get in Alabama on opening day of gun season. It can be warm, it can be hot. You just don't ever know, but you got to get out there and see.
So there it is, first weekend of gun season. Great weekend, got to shoot a hog, got to eat some pretty good food. It was a great time. Thank you to Pitts Media for giving us the opportunity to come down to their place and hunt. Had a great time talking with them about being better cameramen and women, and I just can't thank them enough.
This is the only school in the country that offers a program like this, and for people out in the world, to see college students, having a TV show, it really puts life in perspective. That they could really be them.
What you can expect to see is a lot of memories, a lot of fun, kill shots, big fish, and just every trip we go on. We're gonna have a camera rolling every minute, every second. You can expect to see just us getting better. From our first show to our 10th show, it's gonna get better and better and better.
We've got duck hunts lined up, deer hunts, turkey hunts, quail hunts, more fishing trips. So let's wait and see where next week may bring us.
Once we are back on campus, we head over to Field and Stream to learn about the retail side of the industry.
Once we got to Field and Stream in Birmingham, Alabama, we talked to the general manager about, what all goes on behind the scenes and how things come in from their vendors and how they sort through all different types of products, fishing, hunting, clothing, apparel, everything like that, and what goes on and how they organize it and how they get it onto the shelves for us to purchase it.
The purpose of taking our students to Field and Stream was to give them a first-hand look at how the retail side of this industry really works, to go behind the walls of the general store that the general public see, to understand how the shipping aspect of things work, what they do when a product is sold, how they get it back in to get back on the shelves. It was a great experience for these students to see some behind the scenes look at the retail side.
This week's episode finishes out back on campus for the Field to Plate event.
Ever since me and my brother were little, my dad always taught me if we killed it, we had to eat it. That's why I like events like this. It teaches us how to process the meat and get it from the field all the way to our plate.
I enjoyed the field table event we held on campus a couple months ago because it taught me a valuable life skill, I think, something that I could use for future. I know we'd always, when I first started hunting, we paid for a deer processor, which cost, several $100s depending on how big the deer is. And it's just like, you don't really always get it done the way you want it to. It's going to cost you money. It's going to take a lot longer time. Whereas now that I know how to do that on my own, I can just clean it on my own, process it on my own, have it done the way I want it to do it, the way I want it done. And, I just have that skill down the road. If I ever need it, I have it in my back pocket.
The field to table event that we had on campus was a great opportunity for us to teach our students what happens after you harvest or catch these animals. So it's important that we teach our students things that may come in hand later on down the road as they go out and hunt for themselves.
Outdoor Scholars TV presents the Outdoor Scholars Program, educating the next generation on work ethic and conservation to protect our outdoor heritage. Outdoor Scholars TV is brought to you by Alabama Power, Alabama Black Belt Adventures, The Management Advantage, Walter Craig, the Sportsman's Headquarters, The Wildlife Group. If you would like to become a sponsor for the show, please reach out to Steve Long. If you would like to apply to the Outdoor Scholars Program, be sure to apply online at outdoorscholars.montevallo.edu.